Good afternoon. It is the morning spike, but we are here in the afternoon, but there will be no spikes today. It's just myself and Tank today. We are doing just a pregame before New England faces off in Indianapolis. But this is the Nerd Huddle. We are here for you for your fantasy football, your start sits, and for the rest of the season for our championship playoffs. And throughout the whole offseason, we'll be here Sundays, Wednesdays, Tuesdays, doing all kinds of football stuff. Just getting ready for whatever dynasty questions you have or whatnot. But we are into week 15. Chiefs and Chargers faced off, and that was actually a pretty good game.
On Thursday?
Yeah, I was like, dude, it was one hell of a game. It was just back and forth.
Yeah, and that was a very, very important game as well, like for that division.
Yeah, it was.
So it was good.
Seeing how they utilize their offenses, I did not expect Kelsey to just pop off like that. I mean, both Kelsey and Tyreek Hill had really good games. Tyreek Hill had 148 yards with touchdown and 12 receptions, with Kelsey with 192 yards with 2 touchdowns, which is for a tight end, that's unheard of, dude. That's really unheard of.
I mean, he's gonna go down. He's gonna go down as the greatest tight end ever to play football.
Like, I agree 100%. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah. How many fantasy points? That's like in a PPR league, he put up like 44-ish points, which is
in a PPR league.
In a PPR league, which is just insane. That's insane how many points like a tight end made.
I'll look at it right now, but I know. So Tyreek Hill alone had 32.8 PPR, and Travis Kelsey was at 41.1.
41.
Yeah. See, that's
crazy.
But and that's the thing, like PPR, it is what it is. But you know how I feel about PPR.
Yeah.
I feel like Mahomes, like from this, he's at 29.6. And he gave both of these guys these numbers, yet Mahomes is at a lower ratage. This is why I don't like PPR.
Yeah.
I feel like Mahomes should have higher scores than both of them combined, but hey, that's just the way the world of fantasy works, depending on your league settings. But yeah, I look at that and that just irritates me. So because if in a standard league, we're looking at Mahomes at 40.2 with Tyreek Hill, which is not that far off, with 20.8, and again Kelsey not that far off is 31.1, which sounds more reasonable to Mahomes. But hey,
that's
different.
It's got to be their best game that they've had all season, right? I mean,
I would arguably say so. Yeah.
Like as individuals and as a team.
Yeah. It was because Mahomes and then they haven't really had that many games. It's funny because some people had the bye week and had Mahomes or Travis Kelsey or Tyreek Hill. And in one of our shows, we had oh crap, did I not make my big code day? So I thought hold on. All right, we're good. Sorry. One of the guys had mentioned to the other guys, hey, remember that time when you had Patrick Mahomes starting? However, it was your bye week. So it was his bye week, and none of those points counted because he's on the bye. So, it was pretty funny though. We're just talking mad crap about it, but because I mean, like when you're on the bye week, none of those points matter. Like you don't even have to set your lineup. Like a lot of people are on the bye week this week, and I know in one of my leagues, I just picked up a few people, but I didn't really set the lineup to like what I want, and I didn't stress about it because I have the bye week.
Yeah.
Or in other leagues,
matter.
Yeah. And I know in our league, I messed up. I put I accidentally left Tyreek Hill in the flex. And I haven't done that all year. I was beyond stressed with finals, and I knew he was in the lineup. I just wasn't sure exactly where. And then I looked after I was done with one of my tests. I was like, oh, crap. And now he's stuck there. So I was a little bit nervous about the certain players with everyone with COVID and injuries. I was like, am I going to be able to move someone around? And yeah, according to it was DK Metcalf. That was the guy I was worried about, but he's fine. So I still don't feel comfortable playing him, but it is what it is.
I really don't feel comfortable playing any Seahawk at this time still.
I don't either. But
I mean, I know Russell's back, but is he though? I feel like any given second he can still kind of just I don't want to say crap out, but
an 80% Russell is better than Davis Mills.
Yeah.
Pick a
I would take I would take an 80% like Russell over 50% of the starting QBs in the league, maybe.
Really? That's high. That's a little too high.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. That's why I was like, just a quick number. I mean,
50%. I would say maybe over 30%.
Yeah, like a third for sure. A third for sure.
I don't think I would take
half
the league. No.
I don't. I'm trying to think.
Because I'm trying. Go ahead.
I would say even like quarterbacks that haven't performed in the past, like, are doing really good. Like Kirk Cousins, most of the season he's been really good. He had his moments this season.
So here's at the half. Okay, this is ranked 16 and below. Number 16 is Teddy Bridgewater. Russ or Teddy?
I would probably take Russ over Bridgewater.
Tannehill or Russ?
Tannehill?
Mm-hmm.
Or
no, Tannehill.
Tannehill. Ooh, I don't know.
Tannehill or Russ?
I would probably go Russ.
Okay.
Still.
Garoppolo or Russ?
Russ.
Really? Okay, so
I think over Jimmy G, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna skip down a little bit more. Mac Jones or Russ?
Ooh. See, now that's a really interesting one because Mac Jones has been like, is it the coach or is it Mac Jones?
Don't know.
Kind of the
but
question.
I'm really curious on what you're about to say this because I'm about to tell you where these guys are at.
Yeah. Man. Mac Jones.
You're gonna take Mac Jones. Okay.
Russ.
All right. So so I'm gonna let you know right now. You took Mac Jones over Russ. Russ is 22nd overall.
Okay.
Mac Jones is 21. Okay.
Ooh, okay. So they're there.
But here's the thing. You denied the 16, the 17, and the 18, which was Teddy, Tannehill, and Jimmy G, who's over Mac Jones at 21 and Russ at 22. And since it's such a short list, in between those guys, 19 and 20, I don't think you'll guess who's at 19th rank and 20th rank. Just take a stab in the dark. I don't think you'll get them.
I would say maybe Lamar Jackson is maybe there.
And who's the other one? You're gonna laugh, dude. You're gonna laugh.
I don't know. I want to say maybe Tua.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I don't know.
So sitting at 19 and 20 is Big Ben and Matt Ryan.
Wow. Really? See, I would take all those guys. I would take Russ over.
But Russ is
Russ over
all of them. But of course, you got to manage the injury though. He was gone.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
So yeah, I just think it's funny that you would deny all these guys. But I mean, I guess if he wasn't injured, I would probably put him up 10 more slots and put him at the 12.
Mm-hmm.
And if that was the case, would you be at Wentz or Russell?
I mean, Wentz is having a pretty good year, but I would still go Russell. I would still go Russell. I think
Russell Wilson over Wentz.
Okay. It's so hard because like Russell, I think has the experience and the knowledge and determination. You know, like we kind of said like Russ is kind of stubborn, which it could definitely be a bad thing for him, like with his injury, but it's definitely a good thing for him where he doesn't know how to stop. Like he's gonna like really try to win no matter what.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that. But like with Mac Jones though, I think he obviously is gonna have a longer career, going from this point on. Like, he's the rookie, and Russ has got maybe another, I don't know, like I don't want to say a second half of the season, maybe another 7-ish more years, depending on how
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, depending on injuries.
I don't know.
Because he is stubborn.
He does. I would hope that he does. I think he's planning on staying until he's like 40.
Yeah, if he goes to a good team, I mean, like I know, Brian thinks he's going to New Orleans, which it's on his list. I think his top 3 is Giants, Saints, and I forgot who his third team was. But
I'm going to say Broncos. I said this on my show, and I'm going to say Broncos.
Broncos would be nice.
I would say Denver. It's a better fit for him there. Like he's been with the trash line all his career.
Yeah.
So pick a team, bro, because I'm pretty sure that team is either worse or the same or better. Like it can't be any worse than what you have now. So
seriously. But there's these elite quarterbacks that could go somewhere and be a instant Super Bowl contender. Like any of these big guys going to Cleveland, going to I know we were saying to Saints or to Broncos, instantly changes those whole dynamic of those teams.
Yeah.
Like
I don't see him going Cleveland. I think Cleveland still sticks to Baker. Look, Baker, like I know he hasn't been the greatest, but look what they've given him. Mm-hmm. They haven't given him any weapons as an upgrade. His biggest upgrade in the last couple seasons was Austin Hooper, who came off of a really great season from the Falcons, signed with the Cleveland Browns. And then the corpse of David Njoku decided to come back that season. So it's been on and off. Injuries impacted him. OBJ hasn't been the same either. They haven't really given him that elite first to second round type like receiver, in my opinion, to where Baker can go balls to the walls with. They haven't done that for him. Like he's probably been the best QB in Cleveland in the past 20 years. I don't think they get rid of him, and if they do, I don't think it's a good idea. Because if he goes anywhere else, I think Baker Mayfield will just light it up.
I don't know if he's gonna light it up. Because I think he's good, but he's also good because he's behind a great line and has great backfield. With that, that's why I think he had such a good season last year. Where he was able to look really good. This year, he's not looking that great, and I think it comes down to money. I think he wants elite quarterback money, and I don't think he's shown that he's an elite quarterback. And I think that's going to be the big issue.
Been there pretty much. He's been on and off.
Yeah,
and then with OBJ, it's like his best options were Donovan Peoples-Jones every now and then. And,
yeah.
The guys that's like, okay, they're good, but it's like receiver wise, they haven't provided him with the best. Like if they go this season in the offseason, I don't even know what their picks are at. I'm probably going to look it up right now that we're on there. I think that they should probably go another O-line. Why not? And then get maybe a receiver or something. Because, I think they need it. I think
they do. They do. Landry is their I think main guy, but besides Landry, it's like you said, Peoples-Jones, Rashard Higgins, and then Austin Hooper
hasn't really, like I'd pick a tight end because it seems like they're just rotating. Like I don't know. Yeah. I just don't think that I don't think he's leaving anytime soon.
I don't think so. I think they're going to offer him enough money, but I think in the offseason he's really going to look, because I think he's a free agent after the end of the season, isn't he? Or unrestricted free agent or something along those lines.
Wasn't it? Has it really been 4 years already?
Maybe. I know I was listening to the radio and they were talking about his contract. It's coming to an end
So
either
you're saying
this
he
year or next year.
himself would leave, is what you're saying. Not the
I
Browns
think so.
signing him. I think Baker himself would.
Yeah. I think he would decide to leave because he's not getting enough money.
Okay.
You know, but like he needs to prove it, but it's hard to prove it when you don't have anybody to throw the ball to, like you said. But when Landry does play, he puts up pretty good numbers. I mean, Landry, the last 3 weeks, I mean, Landry again is not going to play this week again, you know, because of COVID. You know, I mean, granted, that whole team is just completely on the like it's horrible. This upcoming week, they had to reschedule the game.
Yeah,
you know, so they're playing on Monday. You know, so at least
gives them a little bit more.
I mean, a little bit more time.
What's up,
hey, what's up, man?
So now without me, nuh-uh. I ran off the street. Like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, still in your work shirt.
Still, exactly.
Yeah. So
I would have at least changed, man. I would at least change. This guy.
No one could tell. You're just like a fancy polo.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, we were talking about Cleveland and what they're gonna do with him.
I just think that I do see the argument that he himself would probably be ready to leave, but I think the Browns would offer him to stay. Like, I think they would want him to stay. I just feel that, and maybe you're right. Baker would probably be ready to leave. I could see him going to freaking Panthers, Falcons, Saints, and I don't think he'll go Houston. I just don't think that. I mean, he could probably go to Detroit and just move over.
He can go. Detroit's actually a really, really good spot for him. When I didn't even think about that until you said it. That's a pretty good spot for him.
But these are teams that are in need because Watson. We still need to know what's going on with that situation.
Yeah, all of that's been quiet.
Like, it is hurting the Dynasty community so much. Like, you don't even know what to trade him for. Like, Mark, I laugh at him every week because the way fantasy community has him as out every week. However, by Monday or Tuesday, the designation of out is back to active, and then doesn't become out again until almost Friday. It is, and I'm like, you might as well just leave him in a slot and just burn the whole slot. And he's been burnt this whole time on a roster slot, and I just been laughing at him because he doesn't know what to do with him. Nobody wants him. Nobody wants to trade him out. It is just funny. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it is a high risk, high reward type of situation, though.
It is.
You don't think Baker Mayfield and Cleveland just sign a contract, him getting like a 3-year deal for $18 million, so he doesn't get the $30 or $40 million a year, but he's a middle of the road quarterback. You give him a 3-year deal, see what as a prove it type of thing. Like, even if it's $20 million a year.
No, I see that, but Tank was saying that he thinks it's a money thing. Like, honestly, I don't see Baker anywhere else. I really can't. He's been like I said, he's been the best QB they've had in the last 20 years.
Easily. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. For 30 years.
Probably.
Like, ever. I can't. I mean, I can't think of any other like QB. But like, I think it's gonna come down to money, and it's gonna come down to no one wants to go to Cleveland. You know, I mean, you already had people saying that. You know, like Russell Wilson's not gonna go to Cleveland. You know, I mean, granted, they have a great O-line, great running backs. Even if they get a lockdown receiver, no one wants to go to Cleveland. You know, so it's gonna come down to like Baker's gonna want a lot of money, and other teams will offer decent amount that I think that would Cleveland would have to match because they can't. They're not gonna find anybody else.
I can't see anyone offering Baker Mayfield more than $20 million. I just can't see it.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out if he was on his last rookie deal or if he's on his fifth year. Is this his last year?
This is the last year of his rookie deal. This year.
Interesting. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, after this season, he can just go wherever.
Yeah. So I pulled up.
I mean, good for him. Yeah.
But the draft picks, they have a first, a second, and a third.
Okay.
Detroit's fourth, their own fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and Detroit's seventh. So they have every pick they need. I thought they had another
that's a lot of picks.
first in there, because of the Jared, or not the Jared Goff, but I thought they made a trade, but I'm thinking of another team. But it's not bad. So they're in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I think you guys were saying on the Dynasty Pylon, or what was it, that this year is going to be a good receiver core, like in the first couple.
Yeah, we're gonna get some good receivers.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we're gonna get.
Yeah.
So
I mean, and a team for like Cleveland, that's perfect for them. It's like let's go, let's pick up a bunch of rookies that are great that we can get for a good deal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
and I think I might think that Philadelphia gets another receiver, but they're gonna probably get another receiver. There's one guy that I'm already thinking of. His name is Garrett Wilson, out of Ohio, and he's 21 years old. But that's one name I'll probably end up bringing up here soon.
a few more times.
Garrett Wilson, probably a few more times.
Sounds good.
We're gonna hear that name.
So you think Jalen's gonna be the quarterback then? Is what you're telling me?
Jalen Hurts, yeah.
Yeah, you think that he's definitely going to be their quarterback?
Yeah, I think so. He proved himself this year. Like,
definitely.
I know it was toward the back end. It was good. He did really bad, and then it was good again. I think that they put in I think Sirianni's the issue, to be honest. Me personally, I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's a good fit there. People may argue that he's an okay coach, but I don't think so. But I think that because it's his first year, that they're probably gonna bounce him around another year or two, and then decide to cut him. We'll see.
I think if it was a better quarterback-heavy draft, I think that they might go quarterback. But I feel like Jalen Hurts is better than anything coming out this year, and that's why you go ahead and give him a 2-3 year deal, whatever. Keep him, stay with him that. But I just don't think that he's going to be their number one option or the person they want to stay with. Not because he's not good enough, but because you have to change your offense to fit him. And I don't know if they have the guts to do, what the Ravens do.
I think they keep him another year. It's the following season where we'll have
that big quarterback,
another handful of QBs. Because like right now we have Mac, Coral, Kenny Pickett, Malik Willis, and there's two others that they're good. I just can't think of. Sam Howell is another one. But these are guys coming in, and it's like. What
if he goes another year? What if he goes another year and then Bryce Young takes his position? Another Alabama guy takes his position again. Yeah. That would be terrible. But
Bryce Young is pretty good.
So he had a job, and then Tua takes his job, and then another Alabama guy comes and takes his job again. That would be bad. That would suck.
That would be funny, actually. But,
yeah, that'd be super funny.
Because I don't think
it'll be funny to us, not to him.
I don't think they've met. They haven't been in the same locker room together. Because as soon as Hurts was out, I think it was he came in last, or maybe last season. Bryce Young came in. Hurts was already playing his rookie season.
Yeah.
So this would be a sophomore. So he hasn't met him. He's like, hey, I took your spot, and now I'm taking it again. That would be
that would be so messed up.
That would be some funny stuff.
Man, that would be terrible.
Yeah, but today we have not talked about Colts or
the Pats.
New England. We talked about not Patriots, but the Chiefs and Chargers, and how good that game is. And then we went on to a Browns rant with Baker Mayfield.
So I didn't hear you guys. I just want to know: how do you feel about Justin Herbert compared to the rest of the NFL? How good is he really?
The rest of the NFL?
Yeah,
we're gonna be talking about him for years.
I think so.
For years, he's gonna be one of the top QBs. That there's an era where it's usually the top 5 every year, I think he's going to be top of part of that. I mean, let's take it 10 years ago. We
I
were
can't see
talking
why.
about
I can't see
Manning.
why not.
Yeah, I don't see
Yeah.
why not either. I mean, I think we're in the era where we'll hear about, uh, Lamar Jackson, Herbert, Mahomes,
Mahomes.
uh, Allen, and you know, I would say if like I still believe in Lawrence. If they fix that team, I think Lawrence has the ability to do it.
I think he
He
might have
has
to
the
leave.
ability to do
I
it.
think he has to leave. I think Jacksonville is just a terrible place to be.
Oh, they had really bad situations this season. I mean, you got
Yeah.
you got coaches kicking kickers, and it's like you can't be doing
What
what you're
was
doing
that,
there.
man?
So I think that I think Lawrence is still gonna be the answer. I still think that.
You don't think Mac Jones is going to stick into that conversation just like Tom Brady at the
You,
when he snuck into the company, then he became the greatest of all time. But he was not that guy. Even when he was winning championships, he was not that guy.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden,
we
see
we
championship number
still
4, he's the guy.
we still
He's it.
need Trey Lance to come out. I think Justin
Man,
Fields.
I don't
should be
know
in
if
there,
Trey.
too.
I don't know if
I don't
Trey
think
Lance
he's
is
gonna be a
going
guy.
to be in San Francisco. I would not be surprised. I mean, I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be like shocked if Aaron Rodgers went to San Francisco and they traded Trey Lance.
I don't know about that.
I would not be shocked. I mean, because how many years do you think he has? I mean, win now,
Aaron Rodgers?
3 years. Yeah, I think he has 3 years, 3 or 4.
Maybe.
He's been kicking our ass for so long. Just seems like it, but I think he's.
But that's not too bad.
Years.
Also for Green
Back
Bay,
home.
it's like you can't trust Love. So let's get this other new kid.
You have Trey Lance
shot
and
that
Jordan
should be
Love,
good.
and then let them fight for it. Yeah, just let them fight for it. Green Bay gets rid of that guy, but he got a new guy coming in. It wouldn't be good for us. I don't like that. I don't want to see Trey Lance. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens.
That'd be interesting. I still don't think they're going to get rid of Rodgers, but you never know. But-
I don't know. I see him potentially moving. I really do.
I
And
hope-
it's gonna be
I
super
hope he
weird
does.
because we've seen him in that same uniform for many years, but we've seen it. Like, how many of y'all thought that Favre was gonna leave? You guys didn't think Favre was gonna leave. He was there for years.
I also he was going to put him a Bear. He was talking about Minnesota. I was like, I hate
man.
Brett Favre. And
He was
literally,
a Jet.
if he would have signed with the Bears, I would have had a Favre jersey that minute. I would have made one in my basement immediately. That's how much I hate Brett Favre, but loved him.
Yeah.
You can't sew. He said make a jersey. Get out.
You
I
can,
would've
you
made
can
it.
grab a Sharpie.
Hey, I've seen Spider-Man make a whole Spider-Man suit, so I can
You
make
ain't
a jersey.
Spider-Man. You ain't Peter Parker.
I'm better
you
than
ain't
Peter Parker.
What?
Talking about, I'm better than Peter Parker.
Oh, so
I can
you're
touch.
in your mind.
I can grab things off. I can grab things off the top shelf
Okay, all right.
Without powers.
without
All right,
using
look,
his
the thing
webs.
is, we didn't expect Favre to leave. We didn't expect him to go to Minnesota, and yet alone we did not expect him to be a Jet. Like, that was one team I was not expecting to be him a Jet at all.
Yeah, I didn't see that
Yeah.
coming.
So
See, but I wasn't too surprised though, because the same thing that's going on with
Right now?
with Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay is what happened with Favre and Green Bay.
Yep.
They had a really bad falling out, and he's like, "I want to whoop your ass," and they're like, "Well, you can't. We're not going to give you permission to go to anybody in our division." So he went and played with the Jets, which is crazy, and then he knew that was a 1 year thing, and then he's going to come back to the NFC North. And I know the Bears were going hard for him, but.
Yep.
It's the same thing happening now. Same thing, Like, I don't know what Green Bay does with their old QBs where they get them pissed off, but at least Green Bay had the upper hand. They're like, yeah, we got this new guy who is probably better than you. So
Yeah.
they can't do that. They can't do that.
Not
with
that now.
Rodgers.
We know Jordan Love is terrible. Know that Jordan
Yeah.
Love couldn't do anything.
Yeah. So that'd be interesting. Imagine Baker Mayfield as a Lion, and then get in Trey Lance over here with all these
no,
newer QBs.
know
That
what?
was
I-
interesting.
Baker
Who I
Mayfield's
really-
not going to go to Detroit.
who I really
No
see
one leaves
going-
Ohio, goes to Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, if there's some reason, somehow, some way that that Trey Lance is no longer a 49er, which I can't see that. Like I just can't. Daniel Jones might be there. I feel like Daniel Jones could be there.
But what I'm saying, what if you did that? What if you got Aaron Rodgers and then you bring Daniel Jones too, and you said, okay, Aaron Rodgers, this is yours, and then now I'll show you the way, whatever. Because Aaron Rodgers wants to go home. He wants to go back to California. That's the biggest thing. Mm-hmm. He'll settle for Denver, but he wants to go to California. So if San Francisco gets him, he wins 2 championships and rides off to the sunset, does his Peyton Manning thing. See you later.
What about 2?
Yeah.
I think 49ers could do it.
Everybody's Brady. No.
I think 49ers could. No. Well, I mean, look, Peyton Manning did it when he was terrible.
With no neck,
with no neck and no arm. He was throwing balls underhand. It was crazy.
No, but yeah, he wants to go home. I think he's really, really gonna leave. I think he's gonna go to California. He's got a Hollywood girlfriend now, and they're always posting pictures of them in Disneyland and shit. Like he wants to go to California. He wants to live there. So that's what's gonna happen. I mean, I really, really think unless Denver offers more money, but it has to be a lot more money.
But see, so he has to be traded for. They're willing. He's not like a free agent, but they're willing to listen to all trades. He could not play next year. He could force their hand, but someone has to trade for him. So I mean, Denver really seems as a Denver or bust, or maybe he goes to Seattle. It's close to California.
Close enough. But I know we're that's gonna be one story. That's.
Seattle.
I mean,
be a possibility.
Yeah,
I mean, because you know he's gone. I mean, Russell's gone, and New Orleans. I think Russell goes to New Orleans if Sean Payton stays.
I say
you really think Russell goes to Denver? I think Sierra's not going to go for Denver.
I could see that. It's a vacation kind of town, skiing all the time and shit.
Oh, Denver's beautiful.
It's beautiful, but
he has Vail, Colorado.
He has an R&B singer wife who needs to be because that's what she needs to be doing her stuff. Right now, Seattle's okay because she can go right to Florida, right to California. She go to California. She can
fly anywhere, go do her thing, and come back to paradise.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if he goes to New York.
No.
Yeah, just.
Can you imagine him go to the Giants?
Nah.
Can you imagine? He's in New York.
Giants
in
are
Manhattan.
going to draft a rookie, or no? I don't think they'll go with a veteran as of late. No.
My only question is if Russell Wilson will want to go there. I think they will want him, but will Russell Wilson want to go somewhere that also has a terrible offensive line?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Well, me and Tank were mentioning this. It doesn't matter where he would go because it can't be any worse than he has now.
New York would be New York might be worse.
Go New York because
they have a worse offensive line.
It's too cold there. It's too cold there. I don't think they'll go there. We'll see what happens. But that's you know what's crazy? All these QBs movement is going to happen this coming off season, which is nuts because not a single one of them have talked about contracts at all because they are all in contingents except for Russell to make playoffs, which is crazy to like. Russell,
dude, Seattle's going to win their end of all the rest of their games, and they're going to end up 9-8. Watch.
They're not getting in the playoffs.
No, they're not going to make it to the playoffs, or 8-9. They're going to be 8-9, and they're going to miss the playoffs by one game just because that's what they're going to. That's the whole.
Well, that's the Rams are already.
The whole NFC West is going to be done. I mean, Seattle's going. I mean, San Francisco is going to be 8-9. Seattle's gonna be 8-9, and the Rams are already gonna would have won everything, and Arizona's already have locked up.
Cardinals are already at 10.
Yeah, so I'm saying they're gonna be locked up, and everyone's gonna end up 8-9, just like we thought was gonna happen early in the season.
Yeah,
it's all gonna happen.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy off season with QBs, which I'm excited for too. But
yeah, it's gonna be a fun off season. I know what we did last year. We'll probably change it up a little bit so it's not so repetitive because we broke down every division, which we'll do something like that. But maybe we won't. It won't be
every week. We could do
bad.
maybe do we just do a week or two or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Because there's gonna be a lot of moves I think going on, which is gonna be fun. But let's get into tonight's game. There's like about 20 minutes before kickoff. We got New England versus Indy, the Colts. Mac Jones versus Carson Wentz, man. Pretty fun game. New England's 9-4, Indy 7-6. Yeah,
it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be so close. I'm looking at the money line and the over-unders, and they're picking Colts, but I'm like, really though, really, because it's not that far off. That where I feel like Patriots can win this.
I think they will. Yeah.
But the Colts here's the thing. If New England stopped JT, right? If they just shut him out, this only means that this gives Michael Pittman and T.Y. Hilton all the air. Like, I don't know how. And I look, Frank Wright, I like the dude. He's a smart man. I think he's gonna somehow pull a rabbit out of the hat and figure something out. Also, I've been watching Hard Knocks, so I'm a little bit on the Colts side right now. So there's a little bit more love. Look, if you haven't been watching Hard Knocks, I don't know what you're doing. All right.
And you get caught up.
Hard Knocks.
Well, it's the first in-season season, so
yeah, it is.
So it's pretty interesting.
I don't know. I just feel like I believe in Bill Belichick a little bit too much. I feel like Bill is going to stop. He's going to stop the Colts. They're not going to run the ball. He's going to stop them from running the ball. So then the question really comes down to, can Miles Bryant stand up and be a good corner, 1-on-1? Because Carson Wentz is going to try to test him with that. So if Bill can figure out a way to stop the run and bracket Miles Bryant's side of the field, I don't see the Patriots not losing this game.
So do you think Michael Pittman has a chance to do anything in this game?
I think their DBs are actually pretty good. I mean, besides Bryant, I think they're pretty solid.
So you're saying that Justin, wow. JT has a yeah, I was going there.
Taylor.
Yeah. Because we've been saying JT for years. But Taylor has a chance to do average. Would you say? And then
I just don't
close to none?
I think that they stop Taylor, especially after seeing last week. They stop him. They do exactly what happened last week. He gets maybe 50 or 60 yards, probably 18 carries, and then they go away from it. And Wentz gets the ball in his hands a lot more. And then, once again, Belichick adjusts. And now the question is, can Wentz continue to be who he has the talent to be?
Yeah.
But mentally, is he strong enough to continue to do that time and time again, or does Belichick lull him into a false sense of security and he throws interceptions? I feel like it's a 21-23 game.
It feels that close because I have Pittman in one of my leagues, and I feel like I don't even feel comfortable putting him in.
Yeah,
I really don't. And as good as he's been doing, I really have him on the bench, and I feel like this is one of those uncomfortable feelings. Like, do I put him in because it's championship playoffs and I know he's going to be good, or does Belichick really take him out?
I mean, you're not alone.
Same answer for JT.
Yeah. I mean, Pittman is 49% started on sleeper. So, I mean, that's insane that somebody like of his caliber is like right under half being started. That's kind of bonkers.
Because if anyone's going to be afraid, if there's anyone in the field you should be afraid of, it should be Belichick. He's the one guy who has done it for 2 decades. I mean, decades. He'll take your number 1 option, and then he takes away your number 2 option, and then you go to your number 3 option, and he makes mistakes. It happens every single week, and it's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a fun game. So what's the over under and the money line on this game? I'm interested.
So 100 for New England, and then negative 120 for Colts. That's the money line. And that's according to DK.
I have the Colts at minus 2.2 and 2.5. The total is at 45.5, and the Colts are
it's
minus
changed.
135.
What are you looking at?
The Athletic.
Okay. So, because on DK, I don't know if it updated or not, but right now it's at.
This is MGM. This is Bet MGM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. MGM. That's funny. I can't go a single time think about Jamie Foxx and his commercial and the fire and MGM, the overs and the unders. Yeah. See, I don't know because so my wife has Caesars
Mm-hmm.
and some of them are different too, but it's not by that much. And usually a lot of these are pretty similar. But
Yeah.
DK has 1.5 over and 1.5 under for the Colts.
Really? So it's like a whole point difference?
Mm-hmm.
So
we said 2.5?
1.
Yeah, so
5.
I'm at minus
1.5.
Yeah, minus 2.5 on the Colts for now. So
sure on his. That's crazy.
And it's in Indianapolis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So on that quick surface, and usually get 3 points just for being the home team. So it's really a pick 'em. I mean, I know what the numbers are saying, but it's really a pick 'em, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
This is as bad as who you gonna pick between these two, and who you gonna pick between Houston and Jacksonville.
Oh,
That's how close.
Ooh.
That's how close these games are. Like, who you gonna pick between these two teams? I'm like, like
if you can have two underdogs in somehow in the game, that should be the one. They both like, what's the total? We're gonna put the total at 20.5. It's like,
and it's like, well, I don't know. You might as well just pick one. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at this, and it's so close. The last time I put a lot of money on one of them, those Green Bay Packers versus the Niners in Week 3, and everyone's asking me, and this is at the beginning. I'm like, I put all my money. I put like all the 150 free money bets on Green Bay, and that game was so freaking close, man. So freaking close. Yeah. And I eventually won, and I got like another 200-300 to like play with for the rest of the season. I'm still running off that same amount. Like,
oh, nice!
It's wonderful. Like, but
over under just went up to 46. That's just talking. Like minute to minute, like it just went up to 46.
No, that's the total. Right.
Yeah, the total.
Yep. So, yeah. I mean, the spread. Sorry, my bad. Earlier I was talking about the spread, the 1.5.
1.5. Yeah.
Negative 1.5. So, but the total, I don't know. We'll see how it goes because it's about to start in like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, like 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes, yeah. So, I mean, we might actually end the show as it's starting.
This says 12 minutes right now. It's looking at 12 minutes to game plan.
Actually, throw up my NFLHD.TV.
Yeah.
Right now, as we speak.
Did you get it? Oh, you got to add it to the morning spike, dude.
I thought you got
it. It's on. It's in the link. It's in the. It's in your link.
Oh, you're talking about
in the description.
The
actual
big
logo
itself. Thing I got with Justin Fields getting sacked by Myles Garrett. That thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That one's for you, my friend. That one's for you. I worked hard on getting this up because I had.
Oh, you made this?
I made this. All right.
Nice.
You know how hard it is getting in between the grooves of the players' armpits and the little gaps between their helmets and all that out. Yeah, and it's funny because it's right over your face too.
You know how hard it is for me to try to forget this game.
Hey, that was a wonderful game. It was week 2. Myles Garrett was IDP of the week. That dude put me up like 26 points. I won that week.
Myles Garrett is the best defensive player in the league. I don't care what anyone says.
Arguably, yes.
I think everyone talk about Micah Parsons. I'll take Myles Garrett. Not for the future. Micah Parsons could be great. I'll take Myles Garrett right now. I'll take Myles Garrett for the next 3 years.
They are tied. You know what's funny is I have both of these dudes, Micah Parsons and.
Damn, how'd you get that?
Well, so I had Myles Garrett 2 seasons ago when I drafted him. Micah Parsons, I used a second-round overall draft pick in my ADP league to get Micah Parsons. Mark skipped out on went and got Nick Bolton. I got Micah Parsons. I'm like, you're going to mistake. That's a big mistake there. He goes, there's too many linebackers in Dallas. And arguably, I'm like, okay,
but Micah Parsons is everything. He's not just, he's a linebacker. He's a rush. He could be defensive end.
It was fantasy mind that got to him. He saw that they're bringing an elite linebacker into Kansas City. And I see where his point is. Because him and Willie Gay are a really good duo there.
And they're doing pretty well. Just not Micah Parsons great.
But exactly. There's an athletic talent that there's a gap. There's this much of a gap between them two. I'm like, I understand there's other cooks there in Dallas. Like Jalen Smith was there at the beginning of the season. Then you had freaking Vander Esch. And Keanu Neal were all there. They're like, oh, they're gonna eat up each other's tackles. I'm like, I'm gonna gamble, and I still think he's gonna be the face of that defense. I still think he's gonna be rookie of the year, and he's in contention in contest. He is in contest to get players of the year. But
I think
defensive player right now, I think he might end up getting it. Defensive player.
The problem is if Mac Jones and the Patriots get the number 1 and number 2 seed, he's going to be rookie of the year.
Hey, so real quick, I know anybody watching.
Defense
apologize. We've been getting questions, and they have not been showing up in StreamYard.
Oh, what?
So I wanna apologize because I went and checked because I'm like, man, there's usually a few people that come in. So Brooks came in. I am bot. You know, I apologize to a bunch of these people.
I've been waiting. This is awesome.
I don't know why.
We know not to do it.
Now we know not to do that.
Okay, Mister. Yeah. I'm gonna test something out tonight.
That's so weird that why it did that. Okay.
You know, I said, did you do it on one or did you do it on both? And you said you did it on both, right? But not one or the other.
Yeah. So with both. So we've been getting some questions.
Oh, look at all these questions! Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! So this is our boss. You can blame him.
It's my fault. It's 100% my fault. I wanted to test something else, and I don't know why we would even do that. But here, real quick, I know we gotta get going because the game's gonna start. But we got the Chosen Rose over on Dynasty Pylon said Nick Folk or Greg Zerlin.
Greg Zerline.
Zerline.
Yeah, and he said Nick Folk even with the matchup question mark. And then so I don't know, Nick Folk or Greg Zerline.
Damn, well, we got to make that decision now because
it's right in 1 minute.
Right now.
Yeah,
I will go Zerline just because I don't like worried about Saturday nights like right now. It's too much to try to put him in now. I'll feel more comfortable just go ahead and Zerline.
He's so good though.
He's my kicker. We're talking about. He was.
I don't. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna go with Zerline here. Just because I believe that Cowboys will end up closer than this game is too even, man. I really think that's going to be difficult for we don't know. Maybe they're so close that
he kicks a lot of field goals
that they just kick it. It could be a field goal game today, but I don't know. But I think I feel a little bit more safer with the
Giants because you know what the Cowboys are going to score a lot of touchdowns. I wouldn't be surprised if they score 40 points from the Giants. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Zerline because of that. That you can get the points. You're what you were saying last week. Go with the person in the team is going to score the most points. I think Dallas is going to score the most points.
Yeah. I think Dak gets out of his little weirdness that he's been having this little couple off season or little past few weeks, and I think he goes to town. I really hope so because I need him. I drafted him in a lot of places.
Yeah. All right, here real quick. We got a few other questions over on the Nerd Huddle channel. So we got Jimmy Mills. Of those teams, I think New Orleans is the most ready to win right now. I think when we're talking about they only need a QB. Some other one. And then we got Brooks 77. He said Javonte Williams, Saquon Barkley, Gibson, or Jay Robinson. Standard scoring pick 2.
Wow. I'm Javonte Williams.
Why none of these are coming up? Yeah, so we got Javonte Williams, Saquon Barkley, Gibson, or James Robinson.
I don't think James Robinson not right now. I worry about Gibson. I worry about Saquon. I think you gotta go Javonte and Saquon, man.
Yeah. How about you, Martin?
Can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. I will say Gibson.
No.
My
You
bad.
go Gibson?
I muted it. My bad.
Okay.
No.
I would say Gibson right off the bat when I look at that. Javonte, who's the Broncos got right now?
I was just looking at this.
The Broncos against Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati.
Oh,
yeah.
there they are. No. I'm gonna go Gibson, and then I'm gonna go with Robinson. Is that was the other one?
Robinson.
Really? You gonna go James Robinson? Really?
Yeah, Myers gone. They're gonna have fun. They're not.
I feel like the Texans can only do
so.
one thing. They only can do one thing, and that's stop the run. They can't do nothing else.
No, I don't care. I think they'll be just fine. I
Okay.
think they'll be just fine because Robinson's done it before at the beginning of the season against other teams, but I think he'll just be just fine. That's just
Yeah. I mean, I like Gibson and Williams.
I'll go Gibson Williams probably.
But
Gibson,
I
Williams.
like Robinson. I do have Robinson on my team, and I'm really, really curious. He's a high risk, high reward kind of play this week because the what is it? The pattern shows like when a coach leaves, usually the team kind of like goes off at least for a week or so.
Yeah.
And I think James Robinson is definitely, like these guys are gonna prove that they're not the problem. That Myers was the problem.
I feel like actually that Trevor Lawrence might be the guy who's going to blow up this week because of that.
Probably.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it
he's
might
gonna
be
have-
just a crazy game.
Like I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have 4 touchdowns and throw all over the place and kill them, honestly. But I don't James Robinson. I don't know. You got to show me.
Yeah.
You got to show me. But Gibson
So-
Williams, I like Gibson Williams.
Yeah. So I went in the chats and said, sorry, it was my fault, guys. But Brooke said it's fine. It was interesting.
Trying new
Sorry about
things.
that. Yeah, trying new things didn't quite work out. Now we know.
Why we don't try.
But,
new things.
Hey, what about
Not
this
broken.
one?
this is why you don't. Yeah.
If it's not broken, you don't fix this guy.
All right, rest of the season: Derek Carr or Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. Are you serious?
Derek Carr is Taysom Hill.
Are you serious? Damn.
I would.
This must be Superflex or something. God,
Yeah. I wonder, is it? I wonder if it is Superflex.
no. No.
I don't know.
I'm-
I have a hard time believing Taysom Hill's going to make it through the rest of the season. it's so hard.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, Hill's been putting up pretty good points the last couple
Yeah.
weeks, but
I-
I can't trust him. How can I trust him?
Because he's a running back. He ain't a QB.
He's Tim Tebow with a not as good arm.
With a shittier arm. Yeah.
I just can't,
I mean-
man. I think I'm gonna go with Derek Carr. He has Cleveland this week.
Yeah.
Denver's might be a little bit of matchup, but then Indianapolis, their DBs, they give up holes every now and then. I think that's a possibility.
I think the Raiders will finish the season pretty good. I think Cleveland. No one in Cleveland's only been playing. So this week, this is his week. There's no one in Cleveland playing.
because
Yeah.
Hill
Yeah.
has Tampa Bay, and
Which
then
is
Miami, which is
Which is,
mediocre.
No, but their
They're in the
defense has
mid.
been playing.
They're
recently.
middle, in my opinion. They're middle. They're not. I don't know. They're middle. They're on the higher stature of the mid. They're
I was
like
like, they got to be 12, 13.
12. Yeah. And then you got Carolina, week 17 in your championship playoff. I don't want any of that part of that. I'm not gonna put Hill rest of the season in my championship week against Carolina. So I think I'm gonna go with Carr against Indy. don't like saying either of them, but I think I'll pick Carr against Indy on week 17.
I think the Raiders finish the season strong. I think Darren Waller will come back in. Renfro will be healthy. Jacobs will be healthy, and they'll finish like they do every year. Well, giving the whole team hope for next year. And Derek Carr will do just enough to keep his job, and everyone will be intrigued again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yeah. Oh man. So again, I am sorry. That was my fault with that. But good thing I looked real quick. No, we are not. I had plans to do that little thing. I'm like, oh man, I could do it with like Spoiler Kings, and I can set up this and do that. So that's in the trash can. Sorry about that. Is what
Did we
it is.
get them all though?
Yeah. We didn't get too many, but we did get we get some.
All right.
Well, I think we didn't
Some of the
get
questions,
a
at
lot because we weren't answering them, so we probably
these
just
dudes
stopped.
ain't gonna talk to you. Forget
And you know, I am bot's always in chat, so him not coming and saying hi was the first issue. I was like, but it's all good, man. But yeah, man. So at the
how many players do you guys think is going to be out this weekend?
it's already over 100, isn't it?
It's over 120 already.
Yeah,
Over 120?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow. Say one. No, I think it'll stop. I don't think it goes over.
I think
130 now.
Well, I know they changed the rules this morning for what COVID protocols are. I didn't really get a chance to read them too much.
Is it okay? So is it the same? Where if they're asymptomatic, they test 2 negatives, they could go back in, right?
So it's they do the regular test, and they can do a fast acting test, and both of them are negative. Then you go ahead. You don't have to be 24 hours in between tests. So you do a real test and a fast acting test, and you can go ahead and get back.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of these guys are going to get back in.
All right, there it is. I've made the decision. I'm not putting Pittman in. I'm not putting him in.
Oh.
Kickoff started. It's late. I locked it in. Pittman is not playing. Oh, I don't know how I can do this. I like Pittman so much.
Yeah. So it would make players who are vaccinated and asymptomatic to return to practice and games. That was one of the things.
So the test is no longer even about if you have COVID or not. It's about if you're contagious or not, isn't it? Is it?
I mean, I don't know.
It's what it seems like, because the whole asymptomatic thing was a little bit weird. I'm like, oh, so if you could play because you don't feel any symptoms, then go.
They're not even going to test asymptomatic players if you're vaccinated. They're not even going to test you like, oh yeah, well, we're just going to slide this under the rug right over here. It's just
like, all right, like I'm like flat out, I'm vaccinated and all that stuff, and you know, everything that they're doing is just, it doesn't make sense. Like, oh, hey, you're vaccinated but you're asymptomatic, but you can still spread it, but it's cool, but you don't look sick, so therefore
that's what they say it.
You know,
so
it's like
it's 150 players now that have tested positive.
Fucking way, 150 players.
Yeah, so Tom Pesero says the revised NFL COVID-19 protocols will end regular testing for asymptomatic, fully vaccinated individuals. A major shift amidst the emergence of the Omicron variant, which over 150 players testing positive this week. 150 players.
That's worse than last season when we were in the middle of it. And now we know more about this virus, and we're in a worse situation than. Wow. That's
100.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Surprising me.
Yeah, here it says there are three ways for vaccinated players to return under the new protocol. 2 PCRs tests negative with a CT value of 35 or greater. And we won't get into like medical.
So basically,
shit like that,
so that's you're not contagious
need to be
anymore.
contagious. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then 1 PCR test is either negative or produces a value of 35 or greater, and a negative MESA test resulted taking 24 hours of the PCR test. And then the MESA is the quicker one. That's the one.
It's a regular one, and then the fast acting one, and within 24 hours you can do it.
Or 2 negative fast acting ones.
Really?
So there's three ways. So it's interesting. So so basically, the CT value is like the contagious.
Yeah, how contagious are you?
Yeah.
I feel like they just put this on the back burner. And if you get 2 negatives, no matter how or where or what, you do it. Like,
and then it's like what they do. You will get negative, and they gonna say, "And we're not gonna test you anymore."
Gonna be some sketchy off-brand, off of the island of the Galapagos or something. You're negative. All right, you're good.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's
gonna be so bad. Oh my goodness!
And I mean, Cleveland is they have so many people. Majority of the players and the coaches have all been vaccinated. I think the Bears, if you want to talk to Bears, all their assistant coaches are not going to play. Are not going to be out on the field. I mean, there's a joke that Virginia McCaskey is going to come down and start calling plays. You know, so
joke
is like
that's happening.
Yeah,
what you talking about? That's happening.
You have a Dicker jersey with cigar. That'd be a funny shit.
Oh my gosh!
But I mean,
okay.
I know what the game started.
Yeah, this game started. I'm like,
I'm watching it now. I put a little tiny screen right here if you can see.
I saw. But cool, man. Appreciate all you guys. I gotta go make some dinner and watch the game real quick because I'm starving. But yeah, man, thank you guys. Sorry again for that. It won't happen again.
No, not tomorrow morning.
Not tomorrow morning.
So we'll see you tomorrow morning. It'll be okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow morning we're gonna do that and talk whatever else is left, and then there's Tuesday games now again. So we got Monday games, 2 Monday games, 2 Tuesday games right now.
It's the best birthday.
No, so
ever.
for 8
all weekend,
dude, 8 out of the next 10 games gonna have football.
Yeah,
8 of the next 10 days have football.
Dave.
That's nuts.
It's a great birthday.
Merry Christmas
for me. Yes, I got.
When's your birthday? Is this coming?
Tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I got a game.
It's tomorrow.
Birthday tomorrow. I got one on Monday. I got no school no more. I got this is great.
Hey, Barnes not making it tomorrow. He ain't making it tomorrow. He'll be too drunk.
No, I'm making it. I've had too much in the last 3 weekends. Just random parties that I've been, well, not random, like scheduled things that I had to do, and you can't go to these events without having some type of drink.
Yeah. I will believe you're not drunk tomorrow when I see you.
I have Spike Fest to do tomorrow.
Yeah,
I will be.
You gotta catch up.
Yeah, I will be fine. Anyways,
that's funny.
Yeah. Oh man, but this was a random one. This is a random episode though today anyway. But yeah, man, appreciate it all. And then Monday, I don't know if you guys want to join on, but we are talking Spider-Man, and I'm gonna lose my shit on Monday.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to do the show without me. I might be on the show before you on it. Just sit there waiting.
Started life.
Oh my gosh.
So that's gonna be super.
I might go see it again tomorrow.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm just serious.
That good, huh?
No, it's probably the best Marvel movie I've seen.
Oh my god!
Like it's right up there with Endgame. It's right up there with Endgame. It's like,
yeah.
So no matter
top
what,
3,
like just go see it, like regardless.
Yeah,
Do I have to go see the last Spider-Man? Oh, I already saw it actually. No,
he probably it's been on TV so often, but it don't even matter if you even didn't see because all the Spider-Man are going to be there, so it don't matter. Right. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, it fills in the gaps. It's yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. Just enjoy it.
I might go see it again anyway tomorrow. So, yeah, go after the football game. Go watch the movie. Catch the Super Late Show. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone in chat, even though it was a late all that stuff. But yeah, cool, man. All right, let's get out of here. See you guys tomorrow.
All right. See you in the morning.
Later.